Araldo Roadhouse.
Council President McLean.
Thank you. Jerry Rowe. Jose Sanchez Zuniga. That is a bond forfeiture. Sixtus Toussaint. Luis Vasquez. Luis Villalobos.
He's President Council.
Michael Wilburn. That is a bond forfeiture. Charmaine Woodley. Rigoberto Zagal. Darlis Barrios Herrera. Oh, wait, I'm getting for the, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys, I think the rest are all. Okay, that concludes the call of the bond docket. You were expecting to hear your name, you did not. Please make sure you checked in with the bailiff.
Yes, do. I see.
I got a lot of you on others, let me ask these. Brandy Garcia. Y'all keep them. Derek Gibbons. Amanda Morales. Tadrian Simon. Victor Valencia Alejandre. Look at.
Yes.
Yeah, Alejandre. It is a petition for non-disclosure.
Since no PC on that PC does. These are the new cases. Agent of dismissed. Found me. That's where our schools is finished. Is it you thought was a okay, right. Are you this kind of? Yeah. I have looked like what's installing on it's dry. It's got a flow. This is gonna leak the baby. Okay, I have seen that. She said she looked at it.
Okay. Yeah, especially because there's something on phones or so.
This guy, he's hired on, they over the case. And it's, it felt like we're all holding that one first.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
The judge will decide.
Yes, Judge, unopposed on that.
Okay.
And there's a motion to return property,
Uh-huh.
unopposed on that.
Okay, great. And we'll do the next one. Yes. Okay.
Good morning, Judge. I'm Mr. Tadarian Simons in custody. And his case that's on the day's dock, is kind of confusing. I was assigned to a reckless driving case January 10th that he's on bond for. He has this vaping case that was discharged because it was refiled as a felony. So he's in custody, he also has parole, it was filed on the 21st. So I was just wanting to leave our reckless set for March 13th or whatever you want to do.
That's fine.
Okay.
See, if the state, I'm assuming since they refiled,
It's on the,
Allison,
it's actually on the no PC finding state refiled as a felony.
okay, I'm sorry. Before I called you, I said, let me look in my queue, then I just, thank you.
I
Okay.
just need to do
Yeah, just
it.
keep them on the margin.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, let me get some dismissal signed, you guys. And we'll be all right.
What she reviewed.
Oh, well, Alma Orozco, case dismissed. And then that sign.
So I don't think it's gonna be. It's still His call, but you see those things, those are tanks.
How's it gonna help you?
Yes, Judge. Here on Louise Fellow Logos. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, we're at pre-trial conference, 236 days.
Right, and I asked for one more short setting, Judge, part of which is my fault. I've been in, I'm not kidding, probably 12 civil hearings tied to the human trafficking cases up in Judge Warren's court since December, and those have been all on an emergency basis. The state has an offer out there. I've got a meeting with him on Friday at my office, and I think we can get it resolved, but if not, we'll absolutely set it for trial the next day.
Okay, that's all right, I just need to know. It's
Yeah.
all we going to a PTI.
No, it's not, that's not the direction.
Okay.
So,
Clear trial.
yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
There's no formal change.
Here on Maldonado. That's right. I've received in my office yesterday a good stack of documents for her mitigation packet.
Oh, what?
A good stack of documents for her mitigation packet. I was out sick, so I'm unable to go look at it, but I'm pulling it together today and I'll send off to the DA's office either this week or next week, depending on what else is missing. Everything else is pretty squared away, Judge. She did have an appointment as you ordered, properly prescribed benzodiazepines, so we're heading in the right direction. I'm just respectfully requesting time to continue on that path while we work on this PTI.
You're on, you gotta get the PTI in. It's 240 days. Okay.
We'll coordinate a regular recess.
No, sure not.
Okay.
Got one setting to get it together.
Our man, Richard.
Come on.
Ashley Johnson.
Yes, Ashley Johnson, come on up.
Oh, I'm sorry, Louise. You're doing it.
You Ashley Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Johnson, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
The law just requires me to tell everyone But if you're not a citizen and you plead guilty, you can and will be deported to non-naturalization or excluded from this country. How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty because it's true?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or threatened you for your plea?
No, ma'am.
And you've had time to talk with your attorney. He went over some very important legal documents. Did you understand everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that when you signed on that electronic pad, it's through your signature on those documents and they're going to be admitted into evidence in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
You're telling this court you do not want to try them.
No, ma'am.
Now, I show a plea bargain agreement that means you agree to the punishment of 3 days Harris County Jail. You've got 1 day credit, that is time served. Is that your understanding?
I'm sorry, you said, I have,
You have time served, 3 days sentence, you have 1 day credit, that's enough to cover your sentence.
okay.
Called time served, is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the law requires me to suspend your driver's license. It will be suspended for the minimum, which is 90 days. But I'll give you credit for any previous ALR or DPS suspension regarding this. Now, I know you are hired, counsel, if you wish to be heard on the $3,000 fine.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Johnson, I guess financially, how much do you make salary wise?
Probably like 60,
I can't hear you.
like 60,000 a year.
16,000 a year,
60.
60,000 a year. Okay, how much is that per month?
Like 50, 200.
She's not gonna be here.
Okay, I was gonna ask her dependents.
I know, we're she's not considered indigent.
Okay.
So I cannot waive the fine, but we'd be glad to give her payment arrangements. Okay?
Okay,
Thank
I didn't
you.
know about that.
Step and see the clerk. Come on, Counselor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you?
Doing great. I'm here for Mr. Jonathan Lorenzo. We're sending the case for trial.
Mr. Lorenzo, come on out.
The state did say they're going to do some things after we set it for trial to see what they decide to do on it. There's a fund and we'll use for it.
Yes.
Is it gonna be something thorough, Your Honor? He speaks English and Spanish, but.
No, this is good. No, it's not that.
Okay,
It's not a plea, so I'm fine.
okay.
Take your job on the Lorenzo.
Yes, ma'am.
So Lorenzo, you're charged with terroristic threat. My understanding at this point, your attorney and the state have not been able to come to an agreement on the resolution of this case. And so your attorney is asking this court to set it for trial. Is that your understanding?
You can see. In English. Yes.
Say, what is the current plea bargaining agreement that you've offered on this case?
3 days Harris County.
Time served.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And so you have rejected that offer, is that correct? So we'll get through the process. No problem. State, is everything in? As far as you know, discovery, got that.
Yes.
Okay.
I see.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
We're looking at dates in March. Beginning of March 11th or March 18th.
March 11th is good, Your Honor.
Great. So the jury trial will be set for March 11th and the pre-trial conference is 6 days prior. Okay?
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good step and see Ms. Allen and get this.
Thank you.
Reset sign. Thank you. Counselor?
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good.
Good to see you.
You're up.
Braden Jones is on docket today. It's getting older. The state has like partially evaled it. I've explained my issues. They would still like a little more time to review, but if court wants to set it for trial, we'll set it for trial. And don't think it'll go, though. There's a lot of issues.
Yeah, we are already at disposition, so.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understood.
Let's get you trial then. Is he here?
He is here.
Braden Jones, come on up. Hey, you Braden Jones? Jones, you're in charge of driving while intoxicated. At this point, it appears that the state and, the attorney have not been able for a resolution in this case. There's always still some stuff that's going on, but we're gonna go ahead and set this for trial. Anything can happen before then, but we're gonna go ahead and give a final deadline of when this will be resolved. Say, what was your offer in this case?
There is none right now, but I believe the chief would be okay with time served.
DWI, there's no offer to sit here for trial and time served.
Yes.
Okay, so, the state has made you an offer of what they call time served, which is a 3-day sentence credit for whatever you have, which means you wouldn't have to go to jail. But I'm sure your attorney will talk to you about some more details, we probably already have about that. So, given that information, or did you want to set this for trial? So, let's give you some dates. We're in March.
Thank you, Judge. We go late March, possible early April.
I'm not able to late March, but I can do March 18th, or we go into
I
April.
think that's my kid's spring break. If we can go,
Yeah,
if we look to April, that'd be great.
yeah, April 1st.
Okay. Ooh, April Fool's Day.
Yeah,
Perfect.
April 1st. And
Going to trial on April Fools.
Yeah. And the pre-trial is 6 days before, okay?
Okay, thanks, Judge.
Thank you, we just step this thing out.
Will do. All right. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. No, I have a petition for non-disclosure.
May I approach
Just one second. Victor Valencia Alejandre. You Victor Valencia?
Yes, ma'am.
About a petition for non-disclosure. It's filed December 18th. You know, Mr. Turner was coming today or not?
Yes, he's here.
Oh, okay.
I'm not so sure what he wants.
Okay. Well, then why don't, you go ahead, I'm sorry, since I realize you have an attorney, something to about it. Why don't you go ahead and have a seat, I'll wait till.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Counselor?
Yes, Madam.
Yes, you may.
How are you? I'm approaching on Ms. Lopez. First name is Nancy.
Uh-huh.
And the only reason why I'm approaching on her is regarding bond conditions.
There are?
Yes, there are, this is, second setting, I believe, but, she is not present. She wanted us to see if you would consider removing the device. I believe at arraignment, you thought, you mentioned you might in the future.
You should do it at 90 days, it's not been 90 days.
Okay.
So, She wasn't surprised to be here, so. And then on Nancy Lopez, Montefar.
Yes.
She has a device, portable, how's she been doing?
She can provide you. No matter.
State on this case, did involve an accident?
Yes, she struck a county patrol vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
It's a low DXD or lower, it's a lower
I
BDC.
know, but that's why we
Yes.
ordered it, and so she does, it's not 90 days.
Okay, we can
Just come back, I'm just to be fair to everybody.
That sounds fair.
Okay,
Thank you. And that's all I have, Mayor. I need to say
yeah,
something.
but it sounds like she's doing good.
Yes.
She just got 2 more weeks.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Well, Judge Manfred,
Good morning.
I think on Nicholas Dorenzo, on your docket,
Lorenzo?
Dorenzo with a D. Page,
Okay, it's not-
nine, that works.
I know everybody says, I don't do that.
Okay.
Okay, Lorenzo.
So it's a pretrial conference, Judge. We've submitted a PTI mitigation packet. I know they had their, divisions reviewing it. And we just get one more reset.
Yeah, as long as it's in review and we turned in everything, it's not your fault, and you get another set.
Sounds good. Thanks, Judge.
What can I do for you?
Who put you on that? Rigoberto's the goal. He has a bond
He
violation.
does. Rigoberto Zagal, come on up.
It is a second bond violation, Judge, but the first one was very different.
Yes.
He had to be here.
Are you Rigoberto Zagal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Zagal. You're here for bond violation. Although they talked about it, 2 breath tests, I consider it 1 because it was the same day.
Right.
Of each other. 2 high breath tests. He was celebrating on January 1st. So January 1st. Yeah, they're within with each other. First violation was back in November. I think it was recalibrated, but he got it recalibrated.
And that one was because the machine had, something broke down his car and he wasn't able to transport it to there. So we had to get a mechanic to fix it.
Okay, I'm not falling for that. So listen, Mr. Zagal, this case has been going on for several months. And you've had your device for a little while. So this is your first real kind of hiccup, okay? And I get it, you know, January 1st, you probably celebrate the night before it's still in your system, whatever. But the machine works. So if you had any question about whether or not you're going all these months and whether or not it's gonna pick it up and pick it up. Okay? The key for us is to make sure that you don't drink and drive. Ideally, I want you to deal with any problems that you may have with your relationship with alcohol. Because you're here, it was a high breath test. Okay? But right now, you need to probably explore that. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to explore that on your own. To determine if you've got an unhealthy relationship with alcohol, what you may wanna do about it. Okay, that's for you to determine right now. But I can tell you, if you come back here, then it's gonna be up for me to determine. Okay? So consider it your warning.
Thank you, Judge.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Your Honor.
Are you? Yeah, look, I'm here today. They all drink your kid. I know. Because I know I was going. I was young, everybody, you know, I know. I know that's not that time to read about. Okay. Mr. Woodward.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well on yourself. Go ahead.
Actually, excellent. Seeing my old man, but he had. Oh, this is. Hold on a second, Dodge. Julian. As a lawyer, Anthony Mahara, and my last office mate before judge was Trinidad Smart. So my two office mates.
Good stuff.
They're just coincidence. And they had never met before. They had both heard about each other. They had never met. Okay. What kind of business?
Your Honor, I've got two on the docket. The first one is Mr. Jerry Rope. He's on page 26. ROQUE.
Okay, well, yeah.
I filed the motion for continuance in this case, Your Honor. It's a pretrial conference setting. Mr. Rock, this is a legal dumping case, and he has to participate in the Quick Cleaning Greens program. The earliest date that he could get was March the 1st. So I'm requesting that we reset the case to March the 4th. That's the Tuesday after. Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem.
State's unopposed.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's doing cleaning grants.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he's gotta make sure you don't miss it. That's all. Okay.
The other one is Mr. Anthony Delgado. He's set for a pretrial conference, Your Honor. Mr. Delgado's on page 8. Yes. The state did make an offer to him, Your Honor, a very generous offer. I have no contact with Mr. Delgado.
I know you were about to say that.
I've tried to reach out to the number that I have for him as well as any other contact that we have, Mr.
You know the drill.
Please file forfeiture.
Yes.
Please send file forfeiture.
You said that.
He's not, Your Honor. He said to
Yeah,
pretrial conference.
1 week or 2.
1 week, please.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you. Mr.
Always a pleasure.
Come on,
Good morning. Good, Your Honor, how are you? Your Honor, I have Victor Valencia Alejandro.
Alejandro, yeah.
Yes, it's on page
Yeah,
25.
so I got you.
Okay, so we're
You
on.
signed it?
Okay, great, thank you, Your Honor.
Look how easy that was. You
Oh.
already did the work, we're waiting for you.
That's why I love this court. Thank you,
Okay,
Judge.
thank you. Sign it right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I consider that now, I got to sign it. That motion for non-disclosures. I'll find it. It's a lot of stuff. Let me get it. Tyler Nguyen, case dismissed. Dejon Harrison, case dismissed. Haney Jones, case dismissed. Yeah, copies of that petition.
How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
Good, good. I was just appointed to a Dedrick Bell.
Dedrick Bell. Dedrick Bell, come on up. Are you Dedrick Bell?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Bell, you were charged with evading arrest or detention. Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You've requested an attorney and I granted that request. Should you choose to interview with the state or law enforcement regarding this case, you have the right to have your attorney present during any interview. You have the right to terminate that interview at any time. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
State, let me hear probable cause on this case.
Yes, Judge. On January 20th, 2025, officer was dispatched to an apartment complex for a stolen vehicle. The reportee stated that she set up a meetup for a stolen motorcycle that she saw on the Facebook Marketplace. Reportee identified her motorcycle at the meetup and officers conducted a traffic stop. Defendant Dedrick wearing the red sweater then fled on foot for about 0.15 miles.
Okay, I remember we get a co-defendant in this one, right?
Yeah, there are two other co-defendants.
Yeah. But with.
Cade, I think. Cade.
Yeah, with that, what did I do with that? He was charged with something else. Okay, that's okay.
So Cade was the other
Yes,
co-defendant. He was,
okay.
yeah, because my remember screaming like by day.
Okay. So no, I did find that there was a probable cause in this case. Mr. Bell, while you're out on bond, you are to not have any contact with the Rico Pay, the co-defendant on this case. Is he related to you? Okay. Don't pick up any news, law violations. Come to court when ordered to come to court. How old are you?
17.
Are you in school?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you go to school?
15.
Okay, you've got to attend school every day, cannot miss as long as school is in session. And it will be a violation of this bond if you skip school. Who do you live at home with? Your grand? I'll let you know, Mr. Bell, a lot of them put these young people on monitors and house arrest. I'm not gonna do that. However, if you have any trouble or you pick up a new case, you will be taken. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just have it signed on.
Thank you, Judge.
Come on up, Mr. Suarez. How can I help you?
Judge, state has a motion for continuance.
Okay, yeah, they told me.
You got it. We just
I
need a new
forgot
call.
about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just need to.
They gave you time to do something, right? Is it PTI?
Oh, no, no, we didn't do it.
That was the offer.
Oh, they didn't do it.
Right.
But she still wants to fly. So she, right?
It's a he, yes. He still wants to file.
Okay.
We just need a call.
So we need to get it a date.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Nixon Tucker here.
Yes, he is here.
Okay, Mr. Nixon Tucker, come on up.
Right. Come on.
So your witness wasn't available, right?
Yes, Judge, the
officer that was listed in the charging instrument is currently on vacation and he was unable to move it.
Okay, so we have, talked to everybody, we got some good dates potentially. Think so?
I haven't gotten any good dates or anything like that, so the state would just request at least 3 weeks to be able to procure their availability.
Okay, let's do it next to Tucker. How it works is just in all fairness, every side gets one freebie, okay, to not be ready. The state had some problems with their witness not being able to be here today. So, they filed timely, notified your attorney, and they timely filed a motion for continuance, and I'm going to grant that. And we will give a new date, okay, for your trial. They also gave you an opportunity to, with a plea, or not a plea, to settle it, a PTI would be to settle the case. And what we got, what did y'all?
The state had just requested that he complete an effective decision-making class as well as a letter of responsibility. And since that hasn't been completed, the state is withdrawing that offer.
Okay, okay. So everybody's on that same page.
That's really good.
We will get a new date. Mistakes, on it, some stuff with the line. So it's in my computer, sounds. Since everybody was really ready, you don't have a lot, you don't have a lot of time to be times for the witness, right? So we're just gonna move it to February 25th. That's it, everybody.
That's fine, Judge.
That'll work, Jim.
That works?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll-
So we're gonna move, I'm gonna grant the state's motion for continuance and just get the new trial date from, and honestly, since everybody's on the same page, I'm fine if we don't do a pre-trial.
That's fine, yes.
Okay.
Thank
Go
you.
straight to trial.
Yeah.
You just get a new trial date from Ms. Allen. Thank you.
All right, go ahead and call.
Okay, hold on. Ms. Mitchell, come on up. What's Dan? Ms. Dan, Ms. Mitchell, did you end up getting your device?
No, I was never told or ordered to get one. I don't have a card.
No, it's not a device in your car. You're supposed to pick up a portable device.
Oh, no, ma'am. I've never been told that.
And so out of all the phone calls people made to you, you haven't been given you instructions that you're supposed to do that?
No,
That's up here.
my lawyer never told me that.
No, you signed documents, the court told you you got a record. I'm not trying to get you out, because I know that, but you do have to deal with this.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
Hold on one second. Okay. You came to court. Your signature's on here. Would you print out on Ms. Mitchell, her bond supervision? You signed. Judge Fields verbally told you that you have to get a device in 7 days from when you came to court the first time. And you signed.
I didn't know I was supposed to be.
Ms. Mitchell, this is the thing, I'm not trying to direct them, I want you to get out of here, but I want you to understand. And when everybody comes to court, like we did every time, it's a routine. They come before the judge orders bond conditions. I see the signature of Judge Field, it was not me, it was another gentleman that was here. You go to the gentleman there, you sign bond conditions, they go over and give you instructions. They give everybody instructions, everybody the same thing.
Yes, ma'am.
So when people say, I didn't know, it's not true, because we have your signature, and they tell everybody the same thing.
Yes, ma'am. I just know that I was told about getting a machine in the car, and once I told them I didn't have a car, that's all I remember.
And we would have told you, is this? Okay. So we gotta get that cleared up.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's part of the reason that you were ordered to come before the basin to get this cleared up.
Yes, ma'am.
So, just step here and get a copy. And we're gonna go see Daniel. Make sure, I think in her orders, if you say, it says a vehicle, change that to portable. Okay. So we'll get you to sign, we'll give you the instructions on how to get your portable device, okay? And then we'll give you a reset. I know your attorney's had an emergency and I know you have. Okay? Right there, with that gentleman right there.
This for a plea from Mr. Victor Puente Cruz. I have the interpreter here.
Okay.
Would you like me to call my client?
Yes, go ahead.
Judge, I'm sorry. While the interpreter is here, Mr. Vela is on and he's gonna need the interpreter as well. I want to let you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Great, thank you. You're breaking stuff over there.
Well,
man.
look at this man.
Okay. You are Victor Puente Cruz.
Yes.
Okay, you were charged with DWI first offender, ACC greater than 2.15. Are you a US citizen?
Soy ciudadano americano. No.
Have you had time to talk with your attorney about the potential immigration issue regarding this case here?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were told that our law says that if you're not a citizen and you plead guilty, you can and will be deported without naturalization or removed from this country. And knowing all that, you wish to proceed.
Sabiendo todo lo que te puede pasar,
How do you plead to the office of DWI? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty because it's true?
Tú tienes que culpable porque es verdad.
Is anyone forced or threatened you before you plead?
Y tiempo sobre todo culpable.
Have you had time to talk with your attorney and even though it's very important, the documents, did you understand it?
Yes.
Did you understand that when you signed on that electronic pad in your signature on those documents, you're going to be admitted into evidence in this case?
Yes.
And you're telling this court you do not want to drive. Now I show that you reached a plea bargain agreement and you agreed to the sentence in this case. I show an agreement for 3 days Harris County jail, 2 days credit, that is time served. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Of all the plea bargain agreement, the law requires me to suspend your driver's license if you're ability to get a driver's license. You're now suspending that for 10 days. And, I know that you were hired for the council because you wish to.
Yes.
Got any evidence about it?
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
Victor, he does work as an AC mechanic. At this time, he makes $2,400 a month. He does, okay, yes, sir.
So I will waive the DGS fine, $6,000 fine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck.
May be excused.
Judge, is the interpreter staying?
One more, come on. Mr. Vila's our client. Mr. Vila, who's your client?
Yes, Judge. Levis Diaz Gonzalez.
Diaz Gonzalez?
Judge, it's under Diaz on the docket.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
Okay, you are Mr. Diaz Gonzalez?
Yes. I remember that's Sí. I can understand little English.
Mr. Vila, what is going on? We are at pre-trial conference.
Yes, Judge. We'd like a trial day, please.
Okay, so Mr. Diaz Gonzalez, your attorney is asking the court to set your case for trial. Is it your understanding?
Yes.
Okay, so state, what was your offer on Mr. Diaz Gonzalez?
So 1 year DW PTI program.
Okay. So Mr. Vila, they offered us a PTI program, but he's rejecting it.
No, I don't want to.
All right, he said, no, you don't want to do it. All right, he wants to try. Okay, that's all I need to know. Mr. Vila,
Yes, Judge.
everything in and y'all are, could be ready pretty quickly?
Everything that I know, everything I'm told everything is in, I believe. I don't know what doesn't, if anything might exist. We have a discovery order or discovery request on file. Everything I know exists, I have.
What we're missing is the video of the crash into the property. I've contacted the manager of that property, and she said that she gave it to the police, but the police never sent it over to us. She said that she may still have it, and she's looking for it, and we'll send it to me if she has it.
Okay, so y'all are hoping to get some more.
Yeah.
You get it to them in time, you get to use it. You don't get it to them in time, you don't get to use it. Right? Okay.
I want to say something. I think it's somebody.
Please no, please no. Un momento, please. No.
Okay, thank you. I was about to stop him, Mr. Vila. Okay.
Yeah.
Your attorney, he is an excellent attorney. He really knows what he's doing, okay?
Okay.
Talk to him. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we are looking at dates in March. Mr. Vila, March 11th or March 18th?
The 11th, well, should work, Judge. Just so the court knows, just as a heads up, my wife, we're expecting a baby April 1st. So if we could keep it for March 11th, that'd be great. But if in the event that, that baby comes sooner, I just want to let the court and the DA know a motion for continuance may be coming, just depending on kind of how that goes.
You know that, yeah, good. Is this the first or second?
First baby, Judge.
Oh, they're always late, so you'll get to this trial.
That'd be great. I hope so.
Very good, so we're gonna put it on March 11th.
312.
And the pre-trial conference will be 6 days before,
Thank you.
so that will be March 5th, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
And we'll have your client sign the reset, and that's
I appreciate it, Judge. May be excused.
it. Okay, thank you. Ms. Stephens.
I have another one.
You got another one?
Yes.
You got another scratch?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
I have Mr. Ramirez Lopez, Judge. Leonardo.
Yes.
I don't know if you wanted,
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
Mr. Ramirez Lopez? Honestly, this is not a huge issue.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Lopez, they have submitted a violation.
So Judge,
They're claiming, they're very small, 8 skips in a period of this amount of time, not many. But since he was already on the docket anyway,
Right.
Let me find out, maybe Dan knows what I was like to ask.
Right, so 5 of those are late, most of them seem to be the morning ones, there's none that are on the same day.
All right.
Okay, correct. So they're late morning test. So let's find out why does he have a little bit of issue with that 5:10.
I spoke with him, Judge, and it seems like some days he works until 3 a.m. So when he falls asleep in those moments, it's hard for him to wake up in that 5 to 8 period, or 5 to 8 window. So that was the issue, but I explained to him that he needs to blow because the court needs to be sure that you're monitoring his presence. So he understands that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like if the schedule is periodic, he works till 3, it doesn't make sense to change
Right.
the schedule. So we'll just make a note. That's been
Yes, Judge.
I hope that I don't see any more, but if I do. Okay,
Sounds good.
okay. So I'll make this note. Okay.
Excellent.
And we'll continue supervision.
Perfect. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day, Judge.
Give me a minute, let me check these notes. Come on up now. Okay, how can I help you?
Good morning. So I have Danielle Linden. I'm standing in for his attorney. They haven't been able to contact him. They filed a motion for investigator funds and wanted to know if that could be approved so that they can contact him basically.
What's his name?
Danielle Linden.
Not
They believe that he's homeless. I guess.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Okay.
I know Chad's asking now. Some, I think some, not that, not all people don't. So we'll just set him for Donnell London.
Yep.
We'll set him for 2 weeks bond forfeiture. That's fine. See if you do make some phone calls, we'll turn bond in paper.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. Good. Well, it's still morning. Yeah, still morning.
It is.
How you doing, Jay? Good to see you.
Good to be seen, how's it going?
Doing
I
good.
like seeing pictures of you and the family. That's grown to.
Yeah, getting there today.
What can I do for you?
I just have a motion to withdraw, Judge. And,
Is it on docket?
it is not, Judge. It was one, got his bond forfeited and then apparently, I guess he got picked up a couple days ago, so.
Okay, let's get that. What's the cost?
2497315.
So he's originally Oliver Garner?
Yes, Judge.
He was originally, okay. Yeah, put him up to it, we'll be signed.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Judge. I appreciate it. You too, Judge. Yeah, I told her, I said, she got that Brian coat on.
Yeah, yeah.
See, I'm showing over
Yeah,
here.
you should.
Yeah, roll tide.
That she will be glad that I'm signing. Ray Arqueles. Dismissed, he said.
Oh, I got this.
Leslie Cortez, are dismissed. Ms. Ladner, can I help you?
Good morning, Judge. How are you? I'm doing well, about yourself. Good. Well, this morning, I have
Mr. Isaac Gonzalez
Okay.
on your docket. So Judge, I represented him already on a criminal mischief, and I was notified this morning that he was convicted of a charge.
So I'll put you on that one.
Yes, so they put me on it, and his bond is set at $30,000.
Yeah.
To see if he would consider reducing that. His mother is trying to bond him out.
Okay. Daniel, can you get me a, this are on Isaac Gonzalez. So if you give me a few minutes to look at that.
Okay, all right, and I think that's all I'm gonna talk to you about. Thank you, Judge.
I have a really quickly, Eduardo Martinez. Are you Eduardo?
Councilor Martinez?
Yes,
Yeah, ma'am.
okay. And you filed a motion out of the return of your handgun. Oh, it's Quintero's on it.
Quintero.
Okay. So let's see. Okay, so this is dismissed. State did not oppose it. I'm just gonna make sure we got everything that we're putting everything on right. Okay? It's a Smithfield. Springfield. Is it one, I'm trying to. Dave, did you see that? It was two guns.
Well, we would have only filed it on.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know.
Is this insufficient evidence? Assuming.
Okay.
Mr. Rodas is one of them. Actually, we might not be seeing him, but.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Rodas.
Rhoda?
We might not be seeing him. He's, just kidding. No, he's going on. It says motion's done.
Pre-trial.
Pre-trial. Oh, yeah, pre-trial.
Okay, next item, this is next item.
And then the next one, Judge, Mr. Perez, Junior Perez.
Okay, so this position, what are we doing?
Being on this one, Judge, we're gonna ask for trial.
Okay. Gennaro Perez, come on up. Are you Genaro Perez? Okay, you were charged with reckless driving. Okay. And apparently your attorney is saying you and the state have not been able to reach an agreement on that case. Is that correct? State, what was your offer on this?
Time served 3 days, Harris County Jail.
Time served,
Yes.
and you're rejecting that offer? So we will give you a shot at it. Mr. Lantino, I'm looking at March 11th and March 8th.
March 18th.
That sounds good. With the 3/12 date, 6 days before.
Is that 13th and Thursday? Look at the Thursday, that 13th.
March 18th and the 12th. Okay. See, ordinance.
You'll be talking.
Everybody else clear? Thank you, ma'am. You fine? Yeah. Orange or green, that color. That one. Red, so we'll pick it up.
Counselor, come on up.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm here today for this new important case for Elizabeth Munoz. She's in custody
Okay,
and she also has acquired an immigration hold as of yesterday.
okay,
I just spoke with the family and they are going to try to get her an immigration bond.
okay.
So I'd like to waive the bail hearing today and reset it for a few weeks just to see if that's possible or not.
Go ahead and file your bail orders, waiting in.
Where do I get this? I was looking for one, but I didn't see it.
They're only electronically judged.
Oh, electronic, do you have access to it?
I do, Your Honor. Okay.
If not, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just a second.
That's all I'm taking. With the R?
Yes.
Okay, come on up.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here, Mr. Charles Hamilton.
Charles Hamilton.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you just got one. He's already gone through his He's already not the right man.
Yeah.
He asked for time higher attorney, but he didn't, so.
We worked out with the state something that will hopefully end up in a dismissal, so.
Yeah, we don't need to see him, so that's good.
I have one more client who got appointed today as well, Judge. He's in custody. I don't know if you're ready to. Yeah, so his name is Matthew Post.
Coast.
Post.
Coast. So he looks like he's on bail for our case, but in jail for something else, is that it? Yeah.
Correct, Judge. He has a felony. It's a major.
Yeah, so it's nothing really that, I mean, for me, work it out however you choose to fit. You know, we always, when they're in custody, want to try and move fast, but you're relying on us to stay up.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I got. Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Hi.
Okay.
I'm sorry to bug you, I'm sorry. Well, I didn't want to leave your court before.
Let me look at this,
You have anyone else, Mr. Wagner?
Okay, so. His bond is set at 30,000. Stay on Isaac Gonzalez. Do you have any out of town that I might not be aware of?
Let me run.
Because on QSR, it's not really showing much.
I tried to call her again, she was really mad, but she didn't answer, so I called her. Oh, it's like. Media school. You didn't do a job.
I do not see.
Okay. Let me get a thousand.
So on January 26th, officer was dispatched to a family assault call. And the officer spoke with the complainant. And the complainant stated that the defendant, Isaac Gonzalez, had entered the above residence without permission. The complainant stated the defendant lived with her for approximately 6 years and was in a dating relationship with the defendant for longer. The complainant stated the defendant no longer lives at the above address due to past incidents. The complainant stated the defendant opened her room door and stated he wanted his belongings. The complainant stated the defendant got aggressive and punched her with a closed fist to her left cheek. Officer observed swelling and redness to the complainant's left cheek. The complainant stated she felt pain and discomfort and wanted to press charges. The defendant then ran outside. No, sorry, the complainant ran outside and followed the defendant. The complainant stated when she started calling 911, the defendant ran on foot toward the bayou. And then, yeah.
I can't understand why the magistrate said it's so high, except that they knew the hit damage and it wasn't set. So it just sounds like this would be a bond for this. We're not the best.
Right.
So I don't know, sometimes they do weird things.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're starting to do that. I'm looking at bond vision. Is he working? He's doing, what is he doing with his life?
Well, that, I don't know. They have to go and ask. We could bring him out here.
Yeah, well, we're bringing him out and see what's going on.
This has been five, Isaac, he's getting.
Yeah, that's weird. But
He's a
that's,
little teary.
yes,
He's a little teary, just.
yeah, okay. Yeah, we're used to that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He speaks English though, right?
Oh, he does, yes.
It's not here, I think he's probably a different way, because he had gone down. I don't know.
We have 2 cases.
He's not, yeah. There's not. I don't see like a reason, he got out, but.
Hands on. Right.
Isaac Gonzalez.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, you're charged with, assault family member, but your bond is set pretty high, and we're trying to figure out, what to do about that. I am considering a bond reduction. Before this case, what were you doing?
I'm homeless, though. I'm trying to find a job. I work with my father, I take renovators, we remodel houses and stuff. I mean, my wife has my kids, I have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, they, you know, that's how I get possession charges. I'm not trying to, you know.
Right, yeah. Where they go, that's how you get possession charge.
Okay.
They think they're just giving you drugs, okay?
I don't have nowhere to buy. I had to sell them.
No. We're here on the assault family
Yeah.
case, not the drug case,
No,
okay?
this is a misdemeanor court.
Okay.
She thought I was gonna take care of her. How did you get away from her? Cause I'm not helping her. And so I'm supposed to take care of her, though.
So, your bigger issue is what's gonna happen to your felony report because you're on probation. So right now, they don't have you set for bond. In that case, you go to court, you go to court there in 2 days, okay? So no matter what I do today, you're not gonna be released. They have to just decide what they're gonna do. I will go ahead and reduce your bond in this case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
$2,500.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, he already signed bond conditions, that I feel are appropriate. You're to have no contact with Elise Arredondo. You cannot go back over to that home located off of Mohawk Street. Do you understand that?
Can you hear her?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And they're asking for, the next, for electronic monitoring. So I'm not gonna override that, but I will reduce the bond to $2,100.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. It's okay. Thank you for letting me know.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm just available. Come on, got some new,
Hey, Judge, how you doing? Sorry for that. Very good. A little bit, yes, it does.
you've been running.
I've just been eating less, you know, because I can't run because my back is so bad. So I think I compensated by not eating as much.
Yeah.
And I just kind of went overboard, not overboard, but I think still weight. I'm getting close to my next thing is to try to. So every time I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lift weights today. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna not eat. That's not eating. But anyways, I got a case, Judge, it's on your jail docket.
Okay.
His last name is Rodriguez Diaz.
Rodriguez?
Hyphenated Diaz.
Yes.
And so Randy was customer with us, absconded, picked up for felons, assault family member. I believe he currently has an immigration hold, but he's set for bail review hearing.
How long has he been in jail?
He just got arrested.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
25th.
The case is just old, that's fine.
Yes. So
The case is old.
they're offering a time to serve. I want to accept it. I'm asking for just any amount of time just to familiarize myself with that.
Did you just say he had an immigration hold?
He ain't going nowhere. He has no motive to testify. I mean, to plea, and also it's one of those, you know, with the girlfriend's gonna not repent, but she's not gonna do it.
She's got a, he's got is the act assault a separate case?
Yes, ma'am, and it's not a family member. But she is a witness to that case. Because the beef on the second one started over that the guy was talking.
You just want.
You're with us.
So you're waiving bell review and you want some time to figure things out?
Yes.
Okay.
Just 1 second. Okay, thanks, Judge. I would evaluate that.
Okay, I've put it in there.
Okay, cool. That way, next time we just said it.
It's Darren's case.
Okay.
Or, no, sorry, Matt's.
He was crazy. And then I was. And then, Chase helped deliver.
Yeah, that's.
Sorry.
May I call Mr. Garza?
Yes, Omar Garza.
How are you, Judge?
Good. You are Omar Garza?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
The law just requires me to tell everyone that if you're not a citizen, you can and will be deported, denied naturalization, or severe penalties. How do you plead to driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty? Are you pleading guilty because it's true? Has anyone divorced or threatened you for your plea?
No.
You've had time to talk with your attorney, went over some very important documents. Did you understand everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that when you signed this on that electronic pad, it's putting your signature on all of those documents, and they're going to be admitted into evidence in this case?
Yes.
And you were telling the court that you do not want to try it. I showed that you can reach a punishment of 3 days to Harris County Jail. You've got 2 days credit, so that is time served. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
I will follow that plea bargaining agreement. Now, the state has agreed to dismiss your other case. In exchange, you would agree to forfeit the weapon on that unlawfully carrying a weapon. Okay, do you understand that? Now, on the DWI, the law requires me to suspend your driver's license, and I will suspend it for just the minimum, which is 90 days. You will get credit for any ALR for which you have insurance that you had on that case. Do you understand that? And you guys are hired. Would you like to put up any information or evidence on the file?
Yes, Your Honor. And so, Mr. Garza, are you currently employed? Where are you working?
NW.
Okay.
I can't hear you, sir.
TNW Tire Shop.
Okay.
And are you working part-time or full?
Part-time.
Okay. And roughly how much do you make? Or how much do you make an hour?
I did. Right. 15.
And as far as your living situation, are you living on your own? And are you paying rent on your own? And how much do you pay each month in rent?
$13.75.
Okay, and that pretty much eats up all of your paycheck, is that correct? Okay, that's the witness.
All right, so you're working part-time. How much money are you making per month? What was your last check?
Well, I get like a cash and the table kind of.
Okay.
So what happens is it's 1,500, 1,200. It just, yeah. It just.
Okay, so I will declare it indigent and I will waive the $3,000 DPS fine. Deputy the clerk.
Thank you, Your Honor, may we be excused? Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else? That's the one. Actually.
Yeah. Not like.
Because I did, yeah, why would you get it?
I mean.
Hey, just I had one TAK. She's an on trial.
Oh, yes, good morning. Let's go, come on up.
Cheap on it.
Okay, Ms. Bella, what's going on with you trying to hide this?
I'm a server, so it was dry January, so it was like the worst one of the year. So I just need a little bit more time to get it, to pay off pretty much the fees for the attorney.
Okay, have you already paid some money?
No, I need to get the deposit down and they're asking for $1,000 deposit, so.
Do you understand that you probably qualify for an attorney?
Yes, ma'am. I've always got an attorney, so I want to just be on the safer side. I want to be able to at least, I don't want to do time for this, so I just want to, I don't know, I don't know.
Okay, so I'm gonna, look, if you're barely making it
Uh-huh.
and barely paying your rent.
Yeah.
It's up to you, unless somebody's gonna give you some money somewhere.
Uh-huh.
You need to ask yourself, do you have that kind of money?
Well, if I don't like the, court appointed attorney, can I always?
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah, can I always just?
Why don't you always just see what that person's talking about?
Yeah,
and What
and
the options are.
Okay.
Because it sounds like you qualify for an appointed attorney.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
you don't want to, I understand your charge is serious.
Yes, ma'am.
July 2nd. But I also don't want you to be in a situation where you can't pay your rent
Mhm.
because you're trying to pay legal fees.
Yes,
It doesn't
ma'am.
have to be that way.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Mhm.
So I'd be glad to appoint you someone. If you don't feel comfortable with what their options are, you can always still hire an attorney. But right now, your case is just sitting there and the time is already ticking. And you've used that time that, we only give you a certain amount of time to get your case off.
Yes,
Okay? So why don't you go ahead and put in an affidavit? Sounds like you probably will qualify for an appointed attorney. Put on there how much you made last month. Okay, since it was dry January. And
Yes, ma'am.
not that much work going on, okay?
Yeah.
And then we can get you to talk to someone today and we'll see what happens, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, can you please say anything?
Well, I probably.
Let's get it soon.
Record out from August.
Yeah, I'm not doing this. But obviously we're gonna.
So Ms. Johnson, be yours. I was not gonna be able to do it.
Oh, I didn't do
She's unhappy. I told her, I told her, I can't talk about it.
Right.
So, and then it says, he's going to another case. So, well, yeah, that's fine. Because I should have told him.
Uh-huh.
Because I should have told him.
Well,
I know.
you should have been talking to them.
True.
Instead of trying.
Your Honor, I have two on docket today. I have, now I'm forgetting, I have Brittany Green. She said for a pretrial conference today, Your Honor. And Miss Green is not here. I have not lost contact with Miss Green. Actually, I spoke to her right before the holiday, at Lynn.
Okay.
So her not being here today, I'm not sure, it's a little bit of a fluke, because we've been in contact. We had actually talked about what we were doing here today.
Okay.
So I don't know if the weather or something like that has.
Tomorrow, or you wanna?
I'd like a next week setting if possible. Okay, that's fine. And then also, Your Honor, I have Toussaint, but Toussaint is a PTBI. And so he's done the class. I think we're just dismissing today. Is that what we decided?
Yes.
Okay, that should just be an order of dismissal. And that's all I have on your docket, Your Honor. Thank you.
I just show you an email.
That's perfect.
So that's right. As soon as you reach the, like, metal detector things. That's. Sure. But I didn't.
Yes.
Think that was gonna go.
Yeah.
No, I'll go ahead and change some.
There should be a HIPAA protective order in your queue for
I
late.
already signed it.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, I signed those automatically.
No, we're Hey, Judge, did you have the chance to look at the?
Yeah, I haven't made a decision. I'll get to you after.
Okay.
I did glance at everything yesterday. Okay.
No worries, thank you. It just reminded me when he said it today.
No, I was gonna tell you today, but I.
Hey.
Thank you.
And Mr. Almazon.
Yes, sir.
Revocation situation.
Come on up. Hey, Mr. Pine.
Good afternoon. Good. I had Mr. Almazon. There was a bond violation
VR, right?
from
Mr. Amazon.
the 14th of January. Yes, sir.
Mr. Amazon.
Yes, ma'am.
So you've got a registered a drug test on January 14th. In the morning. As he just says to me, somebody drank before they went to bed. I was hoping that it would be out of their system. So listen, I get it. But Mr. Amazon, listen to me a second.
Yes, ma'am.
Everything seems to point to the possibility that you have unhealthy relationships out here. And this is the time you get some help with that.
No.
I tell everyone, I know that if you have a relationship with alcohol like that, it's not something that you just flip the switch and it goes away. It does need help, okay? You gotta figure out what that help and how it works for you, or what works for you, because just saying I'm not gonna do it anymore isn't work. Right? So I'm gonna send you some AA. Okay, I'm gonna send you to some AA. I'm gonna require you to do 3 AA meetings a week in person, okay?
Yes.
You can have some conversations with other people that have been in your position, okay, and start the ball rolling on what things you need to do to take control of this relationship with alcohol. So anytime you're in this court for DWI second, you got a device that you gotta blow on, and it's a chance that maybe as you get it, it won't catch you. That's unhealthy. Okay, because you know you're risking jail.
Yes.
Okay, I don't wanna send you to jail. I want you to get some help, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna amend your conditions and require you to go to the AA. Okay,
Okay, do I get to go anywhere I should? Okay.
they'll tell you, you'll tell me when, there's an AA meeting every hour on the hour in the city somewhere. I got it with Google, and then you can get there, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so they'll give you instructions and give you, documents to sign. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good to see you.
Good.
Oh, Your Honor, I'm approaching on Luis Vasquez. It's, and I was still looking at the evidence, quite honestly, Judge. I was just gonna ask for, if we could have more time with your permission, of course.
See what's going on. So we are pre-trial conference, so the next one will be a disposition setting.
Yes.
Dispositional settings,
Okay.
and at disposition, it's either you leave or trial after that, okay?
Thank you for letting us know, Judge.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
So you'll.
Well, last time we did 12 there's some.
Yes. All three of them, that's
Council.
She was PHA.
Were you guys going
Yeah.
to do the
That's Mr. What?
Were you guys going to do the
Yeah.
It seems like you guys accepted and then.
I was just letting you know.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'll call, thank you.
So we'll just wait for her.
Go ahead and sign your
His
reception.
attorney-
I know, I thought it was pretty good, I don't know.
His attorney was here on, or it wasn't working.
Yeah.
So, it said it's coming back. What's up, Mr. Thomas? Hey. Take care.
Because other people on the bus,
Okay, how are we doing? Please select. Okay. Make sure who's here, he's not here. We are getting Marlon Miles here.
And also.
It's not working.
I'm David.
Urban Giron.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yeah.
Can you tell me what?
I think, usually because everyone's.
Yeah. Because I can. So,